Good morning. I thought I'd make this video just as an introduction, coming back to the business after, believe it or not, 5.5 years. 5.5 years I've been in Canada leading our Canadian business, which is now a North American business. Joining it in 2011, we were pretty siloed. We had a construction business, a facilities management business, and a road maintenance business, all pretty much working independently. And over the 5.5 years, my team worked really hard to bring together the businesses to work together collectively and to expand our capability. We grew the business over the 5.5 years across the country as well. We started in 3 of the provinces and now we work in 10 provinces and 1 territory, which means in Canada we're now a truly coast-to-coast business, which is fantastic. It also gives us, I suppose, a lot more protection against different environments, different economies, and as the economies fluctuate, we're able to flex much better now. I suppose one of the biggest achievements in Canada for me was being able to acquire 3 new businesses, and in doing so acquire 3 new skill sets in transmission and distribution, remote camp services, and an oil and gas business in northern Alberta. Bringing all that together has helped us to form a much more resilient business, and one that I'm very, very proud of, and it's very sad to leave in many ways. I'd like to wish Andy, on behalf of you all, the very best of luck in Canada. I know that he'll have a great time. I know the Canadian team will welcome him. And I hope he and Sue have as much fun living and working in Canada as Kiana and I did. Well, that brings me back to now and moving back into the Middle East, a fantastic opportunity and one that I'm really proud to have the opportunity to do. This will be the 2nd time I've run a business in the Middle East, and it is very, very special. I'm standing in front of the Royal Opera House, which is one of our most significant pieces of infrastructure here, having built over our 50 years in the Middle East a huge amount of infrastructure. It's things like this that really give us our credibility and differentiate us from our competitors. Challenges over the next period. I'll start with health and safety as I always do, and it's been really good this week coming back into the business. Looking around at the sites, looking at how we manage health and safety, looking at the culture. I attended one of our steering groups this week and I was really pleased to see the energy going into ensuring that we continue to deliver a safe working environment for our people. The focus for me though is really back to basics, and I would like us to all focus back on Don't Walk By as our primary engagement tool. An interesting fact for you, 5.5 years ago, the Middle East led the group in terms of the number of Don't Walk Bys delivered by each person each year. That title has now been passed across to Canada, who are currently producing 37 Don't Walk Bys per person every year. I would like that title back here in the Middle East. So the first challenge is for us to raise the level of engagement with Don't Walk By and get everyone involved on every account, on every site. It is a very, very simple and basic engagement tool, and I want everyone on board with that. Cash, obviously, wherever we work in the business, very, very important to us. Everyone has a part to play, and as I move around the business, I'm really keen to understand what each account, what each project team are doing to maximise their cash opportunity in each of their accounts. There's so much we can do, there's lots to go at, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the plans in place and those plans being delivered. In terms of strategy, I'm really keen that we actually look at the strategy across the Middle East. I'm going to spend some time with the senior team looking at the markets we're working in, looking at the markets we're not working in currently, and decide whether or not we can expand our capability into different areas, into different sectors. What I do know is that the market has moved since I was last here, and the services market has become much more mature. A good example of that being the great work being done by Nick and his team down at PDO. And what I'm really keen to see is whether we can replicate that level of service with a number of our other existing customers. And already I've been talking to customers like the Diwan Royal Court about whether or not we could provide integrated services management to them on their estate. Work winning. We've got a lot of pressure within the business at the moment to win some more work, but I want us to be selective. And I want us to focus on the areas where we can differentiate ourselves as a business. So using our skills in providing financial tools like export finance or P3, for me will differentiate us and provide us some really good opportunity to grow the business. Our people, most importantly of all, we deliver through people. We are a people business. And I expect us to manage our people, lead our people and engage with our people. And I want us to really bring on and develop the skills and talent within the business. I started my message with health and safety, and I'm going to finish with health and safety. This time I've brought you out onto site. We're at the Amman Convention Centre. I've just walked the project with our project director, Stuart Prosser. Delighted to see that lots of the initiatives, lots of the controls that we have in our business in place here. Even more delighted to see Don't Walk By being actively used by our team. So my message, please, is get out there, drive Don't Walk By as your engagement tool within the business, and let's work safely. Thank you.